Hi, my name is Bob Graham. I'm the founder of Namaste Guatemala and Namaste Direct. These two organizations were started in, oh boy, it's been 10 years now, 2004. And the reason that they were started was a belief that low-income entrepreneurial women could make a success if they had business training to go along with a loan. I'd been involved with microcredit since the middle 80s with an organization I founded back then by the name of Catalysis. And when I turned Catalysis over to the local partners that we had in Central America, it had grown to be a very large organization with about 15 NGO MFI partners and 250,000 borrowers. But I'd had the feeling that something was missing, that a loan alone was not enough. And that led us to interview several hundred microcredit borrowers principally in Guatemala, and to get their input on what they felt was holding them back from achieving greater financial returns. And they consistently talked about needing more information. They needed some kind of training. They needed alternative markets. They needed things other than just having a loan. The Namaste organization was set up to meet that demand, or that need, you might say. So we've been at this program for several years now. We've had several thousand women go through the program. Our program now is 2 years in length, and it consists of a very comprehensive business plan development process on the onset of the woman's enrollment. It has financial literacy classes that are delivered into these groups of women, typically 6 to a dozen people, who are called solidarity groups because they're cross-guaranteeing each other's loans. We have business advisors who are people who have been successful in business themselves. They are from the local communities. They've had education that often reaches into college years. They are teaching the clients how to keep financial journals, or a set of books, you might say. The client gives that information to the business advisor on the monthly visit, and it gets recorded and is compared with the client and the business advisor working together. It is compared with the business plan to see how things are progressing. The person who puts up the training money in the form of a donation is making that investment. They don't get the return. The woman gets the return, but that's the whole idea. And we're happy to report that the average return on investment in the first year after leaving the program is about 250% of what it had cost to bring the woman to that point. It's at this point that, in my explanation of the history of Namaste, that somebody usually stops me and says, wait a minute, you know, this sounds very good, but why are you doing this? There was feelings of compassion that had been generated in me when in 1973 I was in Guatemala as part of a Kellogg Fellowship, and during that time our group had traveled throughout Guatemala, and I was really struck with the difficult circumstances in which so many people lived. I was struck by the fact that the men who were working out in the fields were always supervised with a straw boss who had a gun at his side. So right then and there, I was just struck with a feeling that, wow, these people have such a different existence than we do back home in the States, where it's very comfortable, and even the poorer people that are among us in the United States have things that are beyond the dreams of these people here. And I said to myself, someday if I were successful enough financially that I wanted to devote time and resources and money, I wanted to give myself to other people. I know when I started, one of the things I said for a while was, well, I'm helping other people, I'm helping other people, I'm helping other people. And then pretty soon I discovered that I was getting as much from working with the other people that as much as I was giving. The old saying, it is in giving that we receive, is true. It's literally true. So in view of this opportunity that additional financing can bring to help many thousands of women achieve their dreams, we ask that you become a donor, join the program, join with these women, and let's create a better future together.